Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. So we've decided to do a full room tour this week. At the moment we have every motor that's currently connected to a power supply running in the city, so it's quite loud. And I'm just going to quickly go around what we have motorised in the city to begin with. So we've got the two coasters here that are joined together. That loop coaster still requires an awful lot of constant maintenance on the loop that keeps breaking apart, etc. So we're going to come up with another solution altogether, and there we go, it's just broken apart. So we're going to have to look for a new solution for the loop coaster, I think, and for the roller coaster in general. I'm just going to turn off some of the motors here now while I talk to you, just so I can hear myself speak, so to speak. And we'll just wait for some of the trains to come back into the station down there, and then we can turn off that track. We can turn off this track here as well. So that's a little bit quieter and a little bit easier now to hear, I suppose. So I suppose we come back down here and we just do a quick overview. There's a huge amount of work been done since the last time we did one of these tours, which was pretty much, I think it was 11 and a half months ago or thereabouts. So you're looking at nearly a year since we did a tour, and there's a massive amount been built since. So we've got, if we start down here, we've got the pirate ship invading the bay. We've got our lighthouse, all motorized without batteries, thankfully, and that is built into the side of the mountain there, or the mountain is actually built down onto the side of that. We've got the mountain with the rock climbers on it. They're escaping somebody there, and somebody's being chased. This guy is running up the mountain to try and get to the TV antenna, I think. Not forgetting our Yeti inside the mountain there, and all our seagulls, and the forest hideout that we've built into the mountain as well, with the little tunnel and the steps that go all the way up, around and out at the back of the hideout there. And then we've got our Lion Knight's Castle in the sea. We've got that place. At the last update we did of the full room, we were contemplating whether to put the medieval castle or medieval fortress there, or the Ninjago City Gardens, and then the Lion Knight's Castle came out. We decided that was a perfect sort of fit for that area, and of course, not forgetting the waterfall that we put a lot of detail into to try and get that finished. And we're really happy with that corner of the room now. It looks really cool. We've got our train tunnel here, small details of the line. Excuse me, I'm not feeling that the best at the moment, so a little bit fluey. We've got the lion heads here in the brickwork. We're really happy with that side of the city. Still to do here will be tiling along here. We've got to finish the edge here along the wall. We don't know exactly how we're going to finish that. We could do some lifesaver rings or something along there maybe, just to finish it off, and then put a load of minifigs on it with tourists, cameras, etc. maybe that are visiting the city. We also want to move this around to join it up with the wall here, and have it so that it's joined onto the city in that way, because at the moment it's just a little bit off. Then if we move down, we've got our modular buildings. They haven't moved since last year, and we've got our train station, which is finished now, so to speak. It's all fully tiled, populated with minifigures, and we're quite happy with how that train station looks now. We've got our city train logos on each end, and the other side then is our maps. And yeah, we're really happy with that as well. And the Daily Bugle, the police station with the bat signal on top, and we'll come talk about the Batcave now in a second. And we've got our port area. So this is, I can't remember if this is the intercoastal seaport or the launch and load seaport. I think this is the intercoastal seaport, and this will be the launch and load seaport. So I'm just waiting on the pieces to finish this, and then we can just finish this off here where it is in the city. It's just set out here at the moment. It's not actually, there's nothing permanent about it, and we will finish that when we get all the pieces in. We don't know when we're going to do that. We might put it on the agenda for the next couple of months and just get this entire end of the city finished. What we still have to do though is get in behind there and support the final few studs that aren't supported with any timber at the back, and then finish building our mountain slope all the way down to here, and then maybe some more facades behind our hospital and our fire station, and moving along behind the Daily Bugle and the police station as well. So in the last couple of videos, we've done a lot of sort of landscaping, call it, finer details, finishing. The city is starting to come alive now in a big way. We like our sort of picnic area here, beside the jazz club, and the facades that we put in very recently. So we've still got our train engine shed here, which we love. We don't know why the police 4x4 is outside, but it's we just had it there, I think, just somewhere to park it. And we need to finish off all the ballasting here and that beside our old 1980s Shell garage, the throwback from our youth. And we've got the Santa Fe diesel here in the engine shed, and we've got our cranes from the various different cargo train sets. So this crane we had to change around. We turned it into a shipping crane, because when it was extended here, it's supposed to be extended over a railway line. When we did have it extended over the railway line, it sort of conflicted with our new cover. So we said it just would look better if it was turned around that way, and it does. Well, we think it does. So that's this end of the city, which is really, I suppose, taking shape now and nearly coming to completion. So it's pretty good. We still have to fit out the fire station. We have to do maybe a small little bit in the hospital. We might build another floor in the hospital, actually, come to think of it. And we might put another floor on the police station. We don't know. One thing's for sure, though, we are seriously contemplating for sure another floor on this corner of Assembly Square, and on these two houses, and that house if it stays there. So I mentioned the back cave earlier, and the idea is a sloping hill here and back cave entrance coming out of it. So we're hoping that will work for us when we do get around to it. So that's the train loop, the upper loop, just built very recently, and that goes along behind the boutique hotel, and the bookshop, Birch Books. Now, the bookshop, we are definitely 100% putting another floor on as well to bring it up to that height, just to get it up over the boutique hotel. Basically, we're just not happy with the way the boutique hotel finishes here against the bookshop, and the bookshop finishes against the Parisian Cafe or restaurant. So we're going to just raise that up and make it quite tall and narrow. And then we have our Sanctum Sanctorum, and we're really happy with how that fits in there in the city, and it's quite nice. And there's a nice gap here between that and our Cafe Corner hostel rather than hotel, and the cafe, and that gap will give us a nice view straight into the lower train tunnel, if you can see it there behind it, and that will go in underneath the mountain there. And then one of the latest additions to the city is our Ghostbusters Firehouse, which we're thrilled about, and we can't wait to get that into the city proper and have that set up. It's a nice feature building. It really looks well there when you come into the room. We don't know what we're going to put to the left of it, but it certainly stands out in the city, and it really looks the part, and we're really happy with it. We've got the bank and the bank robbery in progress. We had an idea thrown at us there by our ideas man, Kev, and the idea is to put in a couple of school buses leaving the bank with the Joker from Batman in the school buses. So just like the Dark Knight in the Nolan trilogy. And I think that's something that we'll really consider down the line. So here we have space for a Palace Cinema. That's where that's going. Not 100% committed yet, but we might be. And then we've got the houses here that were belonging to the pet shop over there, and they're next to the Home Alone house, which we think actually works quite well. We are going to raise them up. We're going to be sloping the road. When the road comes through here, through a level crossing here, it'll turn right, and it'll go all the way to the end of the road where the Home Alone house will be. So the road will actually slope up to that level, and we might raise these houses up while we go. And then we've got the tree house behind the Home Alone house. And we're thinking of, well, we're definitely going to move the haunted house. We're not sure where to, but it's not staying there. And then I suppose everybody that's been up to date with the videos in more recent times, we've got our sick complex that's going in there. Dunder Mifflin's going next. Then the Big Bang Theory on floor 4, and we've got our Grand Emporium going to go in here, stacked up beside the sick complex. And the idea with the Grand Emporium will be that every floor will have a different theme shop, so we can keep going with it and build as many floors as we want, hopefully to match the sick complex. And we've got enough space here before we reach the roof to build a good few floors on it. So that back wall is going to be quite impressive, and we want another tall building going in here. Not sure what type, or what tall building, but there's definitely going to be a tall corner building going in there. And that's kind of why we're kind of regretting putting the cafe corner here, because it will go quite well up in that corner. So we might think of another building to put in there instead and swap them around, but we haven't completely made up our mind on that just yet. We've got the lower train loops here, and the idea here is this timber that that everything is sitting on at the moment, that's going to be cut out right back to pretty much here. That's going to be a cliff wall all the way around, and we're going to go lower with that timber, and that's going to be a proper bridge here going across the open space. So we can't wait to build that. That's going to be a proper Technic construction, I suppose. Once we get that built, it'll really pop, I think, in when you come through here and you see the train lines going across the open area, supported only by the bridge itself. So we might put the timber down lower here and have the sea in it. We don't know whether we'll do that or not, but we're definitely going to be building underneath the city here later on. And then the fairground area, well, we haven't done much with the fairground area in the last couple of months. Very little, actually. And I suppose it's just down to the fact it's time and it's space. I mean, we're doing too much with the city proper. Well, one of these days we will get stuck into the fairground. We'll do it right. But we're thinking of doing now is shifting it all up here. And having it on a split level. So we're going to carry on this timber here to the corner, and we're going to be building the fairground, I think, in this corner up here. Maybe another mountain in the corner, and the roller coaster back in the mountain again. That's back in my head, and it was something that we mentioned in the last video, and it's something that we're seriously considering again. So yeah, we think we might push the entire fairground that way, have it in the corner there, have the sea coming around here, and then finishing here with a beach, and then this area here maybe 3 base plates wide, 3 deep. We might have another, or 4 deep, but we might have another use for them altogether. So we just haven't made up our mind what we're doing yet, but it's something that, yeah, we'll keep everybody updated, I suppose. That's it. We've got the Super Star Destroyer in here, the Ultimate Collector series. We took that in since the last video. That definitely wasn't in the last room tour. And we've got the McLaren Formula 1 car to build. And as a McLaren fan, I'm very disappointed in how they're performing at the moment. But I'm very disappointed with myself for not building the car. So I have to get that built and built soon. So we've got, what else have we got? We've got Optimus Prime and my version of Ultra Magnus, which we do have to change because, as it was pointed out to me in the shorts, we have got Ultra Magnus should have white hands, white legs, and white head as well. So we're going to have to change him up a lot. And we've got all the Optimus Primes here that we have, and that's the old Creo one there next to him. So there's a good collection of Optimus Primes and the Ultra Magnus sort of mock there. They're just the Transformers that I've collected over the years, and Judge Dredd comics. So that's pretty much the room. There's no other new builds, I don't think, since the last time we did an update. We've just got the various Batmobiles here, different vintages, and we've got the Blacktron Cruiser, and we've got the Wayne Terminus Bat Cave. So we did discuss that previously, and we mentioned that a year ago. We have that in the box room, so we are going to put that over here, but we're going to be putting it under the city. So right down under the city here, where you'd expect it to be in a defunct, disused sort of railway. And here, actually, the space here that we're going to be putting the modulars in, there's going to be a railway station with a closed off access to the underground. And, well, not closed off, it's going to be an operating underground railway, because we will have an underground railway, hopefully subway, running here or just underneath the city at the edge. So that's pretty much it, guys, for a room tour this time around. And yeah, there's nothing else new that I can think of. We have our straightened bat wing here that Kevin did want to get straightened in a big way. And other than that, we've just an awful lot of building done, and it's an awful lot less bare than it was a year ago. And if that was just a year that's made that change since the last time we did one of these videos, then within another year there's going to be so much done. Well, if the build rate continues at the rate it's been going, I don't know if it will or not, to be honest with you, because I'm spending an awful lot of weekends and evenings here doing as much as I can. So it's yeah, we don't know if we'll continue on with the build rate as much as we have been, but we're really enjoying it, and it's really turning out quite well. We are making mistakes. We are changing things as we go. For example, that loop train, we only put it in and then we realized we didn't like where it was and moved it again. So yeah, we've got a lot done, and maybe I'll switch it all back on again before I sign off. And until the next time, I suppose, we'll see you later. Can we turn it off?